I never thought the quiet street where I taught my daughter to ride a bike would turn into a battlefield. But one night, a black pickup with fake HOA police decals ran her down right in front of our house. I can still hear the crunch of the tires over her legs, still see her phone streaming as she screamed. And when one of those imposters stepped out waving a shotgun, I knew the war I thought I'd left behind had followed me home. My name's Sam Harper. 40 years old, retired Navy SEAL, a man who thought a suburban cul-de-sac would finally mean peace and quiet. I bought that little blue house in Lakeview to give my daughter Emma stability after her mom passed. 18 now, Emma's got her mom's fire-sharp eyes, stubborn streak, and a belief that the truth fixes everything if you just shine a light on it. I love her for that, but that same light painted a target on her back. It started small. Yellow envelopes in the mailbox with bogus fine sidewalk must be cleared, trash bin, misaligned, driveway, clutter. The HOA board claimed nothing about them, but the letters had HOA enforcement stamped across the top. Some neighbors laughed them off. Others quietly paid. I didn't. Neither did Emma. She set up her phone on the porch and live-streamed the so-called HOA cops as they prowled the block in a truck with crooked red and blue flashers on top. She wanted proof. She wanted to expose them. I told her kid cameras don't scare every bully. Some of them don't care if you film some, just wait until you stop. But she only grinned and said, "Bullies hate daylight dad. If nobody speaks up, they win." The pickup circled at night, slow, deliberate. Once I spotted a drone hovering just above the roofline, its tiny red light blinking like an eye. And then came the threats. One morning, another yellow envelope. 3 words scrawled across a Polaroid of our porch. "Next time we knock." I kept the pistol closer after that, not locked away, but ready. Still, the system failed us. Cops shrugged, saying it sounded like a neighborhood beef. HOA board claimed no knowledge. I started wondering if I'd made a mistake moving us here, if maybe I should just sell and run. For a second, I believed walking away might keep Emma safe. That doubt cut deeper than any enemy fire I'd taken overseas. Was I wrong to let my daughter fight battles I should have fought? Was I so desperate for peace that I'd ignored the wolves circling our door? For a moment, I felt useless watching Emma stream to strangers while the real danger crept closer. Then I heard a voice, a crackle on their radio ordering them forward. I froze because I knew it. Billy Kane. 6 years ago, we'd shared foxholes and missions, and he'd told me more than once, "I've got your 6 Harper," and now he was giving the order. "Finish it. Don't leave witnesses." The betrayal lit something cold in me. That was the moment doubt burned away. I couldn't run anymore, not from him, not from what they were doing. This wasn't about HOA rules. It was about predators testing fences, and I wasn't about to let my family be prey. The night of the attack, Emma had her phone streaming from the driveway. She was mid-sentence when the truck came screaming down the block. I yelled, sprinted from the porch, but the bumper clipped her hip and threw her sideways. Before she could crawl clear, the rear tire crushed both her legs. That sound, the heavy, sickening crunch, will stay with me forever. She screamed high and broken, and neighbors froze on their porches horrified. Her phone kept streaming, capturing everything live. The truck revved, ready to lunge again, and I moved without thinking. Training kicked in. I planted by the mailbox, Glock-drawn sight steady despite my heart hammering. One shot blew out the front tire. The truck fishtailed, slammed into a neighbor's flower bed, and stalled. For a breath, silence. Then the passenger door slammed open. Reyes' big guy in a cheap tactical vest jumped out with a sawed-off shotgun. His badge was tinny fake, glinting under the porch light. "Put the gun down," he barked through a bullhorn voice cracking. I leveled my Glock low but firm. "Drop it. EMS is on the way. You point that thing, you'll regret it." He hesitated. His bravado cracked for half a second. Then, from the truck, the driver shouted, "Do it." Billy's voice bled through the radio hard and commanding. Reyes's hands twitched shotgun, lifting an inch. I sighted just below his knee. My voice went flat, cold. "Don't. Last chance." Whatever he saw in my eyes broke him. He dropped the weapon with a clatter. The street filled with neighbors' shouts, porch lights blinking on. Sirens wailed closer, but the driver was still in the cab, fiddling under the seat. I caught the flash of metal, some kind of homemade launcher. He swung it up toward me, but I fired a deliberate warning into the grill, showering paint chips. He ducked, cursed the weapon, clattering useless to the dirt. By then, the cops finally arrived. Flashing lights, guns drawn, orders shouted. I kept my Glock steady until the uniforms cuffed both men face down in the grass. As they hauled them away, the radio inside the cab crackled again. Billy's voice, desperate now. Reyes Connor. Report. Then static. That should have been the end, but it wasn't. That night I stood in my driveway, neighbors peeking from behind curtains, yellow tape fluttering across lawns. Emma was in the hospital, legs mangled, but alive. And I knew Billy Kane was still out there. In the days that followed, I gathered everything. Polaroids, fake finds, burned scraps of citations I'd pulled from a trash barrel, live stream clips, even the body cam audio of Billy's order. Neighbors finally came forward too, stories of smashed trash cans, spray-painted threats envelopes demanding cash. The whole scam unraveled in the open. When the trial came, the courthouse was packed. Emma insisted on attending. She rolled in on a wheelchair, casts bright with signatures. The room went silent when she entered. Then they played her live stream, the truck hitting her. Her screams, my shots fired. Jury members flinched. Neighbors testified. And then the prosecution dropped the hammer. The radio audio. Billy Kane's voice ordering, "Finish it. Don't leave witnesses." Billy shuffled in wearing a county jumpsuit, no smirk, no swagger, just hollow eyes. He tried spinning it, claiming he was only bringing order where the HOA failed. Nobody bought it. After 4 days of testimony, the verdict was swift. Guilty on all counts, aggravated assault, conspiracy, child endangerment. 15 years in state prison. Reyes and Connor each got 10. The gavel fell, and for the first time in months, I exhaled. Not joy, not celebration, just release. Billy Kane. The man who once swore to cover my back was led away in chains. That night I stood at my window again, watching the street that had once felt like home. The porch light glowed steady, no truck circling, no drone humming overhead. For the first time, the silence felt like real silence. And here's what I learned when bullies put on fake badges, when predators come dressed as neighbors, silence only feeds them. You fight back or you lose everything.